EQS12 bandaging. So here's my bandaging project, and I'm going to start off by measuring off all the tools I need. So I'm going to take the plastic wrap and I'm going to measure off enough to wrap around his leg, and then I'm going to roll up my nobos or my quilted pads, and then I'm going to go over to his hind leg that I'm going to be wrapping, and I'm going to brush it and make sure it's clean and that there's no dirt or debris underneath that could cause any irritation. It's very important to keep your horse's leg healthy and safe when you're bandaging. And then I'm going to tie up his tail and make sure it's out of the way so none of the nitrofurazone gets in. And then I'm going to grab a pair of my gloves. It's very important to wear gloves as you're putting on the furazone. Now the furazone is in a little white tub that I have just beside me. I'll grab it in just a second. And it is a yellow, goopy, yeah, like Play-Doh, not like Play-Doh, but like a goopy consistency. And I can insert a clip in just a second of what it looks like. See, here it is. And then I'm going to take quite a bit in my hand, and I'm going to start by rubbing it or like placing it up and down his leg. I want there to be a nice layer, a nice fairly thick layer of the furazone on his legs. It should cover all around his leg, and I want to make sure that I get it all from about just under the knee to his his fetlock area. And then once I feel like there is a suffice enough amount of the furazone, I'm going to grab my plastic wrap. And my plastic wrap is going to be wrapped in the same direction as I would my bandage. So I'm going to start from just inside the cannon bone and lightly, no pressure is needed, or should be, there should be no pressure when putting on this plastic wrap. I'm going to wrap it all the way around his leg. Again, as you can see, I add no pressure. It's very loose and light. And then I'm going to take off my gloves and close up my furazone. And then I'm going to grab my wraps. So as I wrap, I'm going to place my padding just behind the cannon bone, and I'm going to wrap from front to back, outside to inside. And so I'm going to wrap all the way around, and I'm going to try and keep it just about level. It shouldn't, the top and the bottom should be level with each other. It shouldn't be crooked. And then I'm going to grab my bandage and I'm going to wrap in the same direction, except I'm going to tuck the first little bit of my bandage just underneath the quilted pad to keep it nice and snug. And this will keep it from slipping when I try to wrap. And so I find it's best to start in the middle of the leg and then wrap downwards. It's very important to keep my bandage flat without any creases. And I'm going to wrap about a third of the wrap all the way down his leg, like a third of the length or width down until I get to the bottom. And when I get to the bottom, I'm going to wrap down around the bottom of his fetlock and up and make a little V shape in the front. And I'm going to do that twice. I was taught to do it twice to secure the bottom in place. And then once I'm done, I'm going to start wrapping back up again, making sure that my bandage is nice and flat, and making sure that the pressure I apply the whole time is consistent. It's important not to have loose and tight and loose and tight, because it can cause bad pressure points in the horse's leg. as I wrap up to the top, you want to try and make sure that the Velcro piece is facing on the outside of the horse's leg, so that way when he moves around at night and brushes his leg up against the wall or against his other legs or just, moves around, it's important that it doesn't come off. So I do my best to try and make sure that the Velcro is on the outside, as well as the white padding on the bottom and on the top should be about the same size. Now it's hard to see in this video, but I did try to do my best. So as I'm checking here, the bandage should feel firm and shouldn't move when I touch or like when I move it around, like maybe a little bit of movement, but not much. There should not be much movement, and even when I twist it, it shouldn't get distorted. And then I'm also going to check that the top and the bottom are at the same pressure points. And then I'm going to take his tail out, and I am all done. Thanks for watching.